Hi friends, Kumud here and welcome to Kumudni's Home Garden. You remember I brought these succulents about 3 days back, and I promised you that I'm going to share the technique of shifting nursery brought plants to the ceramic pots. So here I am with the already potted plants right in front of you, and now I will share you the 5 important points for shifting these lovely succulents to the ceramic pots. So let's start, friends. Soil has to be very well draining, friends, so that water drains out completely when you put water in the plant or in the pot. So friends, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and press the like button also if you like the video. And let's start the video now. So this is our vermicompost. Vermicompost, you have to take 1 part. Garden soil, you have to take 2 parts. And sand, this is fine river sand and this is coarse river sand. And third is perlite. Perlite, coarse sand, fine sand together, 2 parts. So now we have got 1 part vermicompost, 2 part garden soil and 2 parts perlite, coarse sand, fine sand together. I will write it here also. Why we are mixing this kind of soil? Because the soil mixture has to be very well draining, friends. And we have to put a little fungicide also. Friends, succulent want very less compost. They don't require much fertilizers. In fact, they get spoiled only if we put more fertilizers than what I have put. This much is enough for 3-4 months, in fact, And watering also we have to do very less, because the plants are such that they collect water inside their leaves. So we don't have to put even more water like other plants. Secondly, I want to tell you one more thing, friends, that if you are putting your plants in ceramic pots, then ceramic pots as it is are very heavy. So we have to keep the soil very light in those things. And for that, we can put more of perlite than the coarse bajri. Coarse sand, very coarse sand is also heavy in texture and weight. So we can put more perlite than the sand area. Perlite does the same thing. It drains out the water very well, and it is light also. And likewise, if you are putting your succulents in plastic pots, then you can go for more for sand, coarse sand than perlite, because perlite is a little costly also. So everybody cannot afford perlite, whereas this sand is freely available from the construction sites and all. So let's start filling the pot, friends. This is a ceramic pot and a beautiful one. I have shown you in the last video also. So after covering the drain hole, we have to put charcoal pieces also. These are wood charcoal pieces. And what is the benefit of these charcoal pieces, friends? Charcoal is very good in absorbing the impurities from the plant. It keeps the soil pure and it absorbs the impurities. It is as simple as that. So 1 layer of charcoal pieces and then a lot of soil. We have to fill the complete pot now with the soil, because succulents have very shallow roots, friends, very, very shallow roots. So they don't take much space in the soil area. Later on, they can spread in the soil. If you remember, day before yesterday, I bought these and made a video also on these. And I'll show you some more also, which I have not washed yet. You see these ones. So there are 3-4 points, main points, which we should remember for repotting the succulents. First is to make soil. We have to make a very well draining soil, and I have shown in the video how to make it, how to go about it. And one thing I forgot in that is to add fungicide powder. So you can add any fungicide powder, whatever is available with you, but you must put it, because succulents are very susceptible to the fungus. So our next point is to wash these succulents. It's very important because many a times they are full with fungus, diseases, and many root rot problems. I'll just show you. Now look at this plant, friends. This is sown in coco peat and little bit of compost. And look at the roots. Half of the roots are dead. And if you look at the downside of the leaves, we can see some black spots there. So while buying the plants, we don't notice all these things. But if you see it on the top, then it looks perfectly okay. So this plant has to be washed. There is no other alternative for this. And while washing it, we'll remove all the coco peat from this, and we'll thoroughly wash the plant also. You look at the plant from the top. It's looking so good, healthy. But we have to remove the soil and clean it properly, friends. And the temperature of the water should be the room temperature. It shouldn't be very, very cold, as the water is very cold these days. Look at this one. The roots are totally brown and dead, and they are just entangled with the coco peat and compost. Compost is almost over, I know that, but look at the entanglement with the coco peat. So it has to be washed. And you know, one more thing, if we just plant it just like that, what will happen? The coco peat absorbs lots of water, and the plant even might die because of that. And rest of the soil is different soil, and if we let the coco peat remain there, then two kinds of soil will be there, and the plant will ultimately die. So look at these roots, totally brown and dead. So they might even create rot later on. So everything has to be removed, the soil, the fungus, everything. So here I have kept everything washed. Look at this plant, friends. Although I have washed it nicely, but still some of the coco peat is left there. So this also I will clean. And similarly, all the rest of the plants will also be cleaned. These small plants, friends, they have been grown in seedling trays. You can make out from the shape and the size of the plant. So these cuttings, they were earlier cuttings, and they were grown in seedling trays. So usually nursery people or store people use coco peat and compost. So after washing, the plant has shrunk so much. You see, the root has become very small now. They are that much only the dead roots I have cleaned, and it was this size only, you see, and how small it is looking now. It is not going to occupy much space in the planter. So that's it, friends. So let's start repotting the plants in the ceramic pots. So that's up to you how you want to arrange them. If you got some idea, some imagination to make a nice arrangement in a planter, you can do that. Right now I don't have anything in my mind, so I'll just put some plants randomly in this longish planter. have finished all the planter's work now. I have set the plants and done the top dressing also. Top dressing you can do with small pebbles of any kind. I have used the colored ones bought from the nursery itself, and you can do it according to your own choice with the smaller bigger pebbles. And these are the pebbles lying here, and these pebbles not only enhance the beauty of the pot and the plants, but they kind of give the support also. And now our last points. Uh, Last 2 points are about the watering and the fertilizations and the placement, of course. We should place the succulents at the sunny sides only, but we have to protect them from the frost. And about watering, the soil has to be in the drier side only. So very rarely you have to give water. These plants don't need much fertilizers also, friends, just in a 3 and 4 months once it is sufficient. So friends, how did you like the video? If you liked it, please subscribe and press the bell icon also. So see you in the next video. Happy gardening!